When it comes to immortalizing the iconic figures of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, expectations run high, especially for a public monument. However, a bronze sculpture unveiled in Antrim Castle Gardens, depicting the late Queen, her husband Prince Philip, and two of her beloved corgis, has sparked a royal-sized controversy. What was meant to be a heartfelt tribute has instead become the subject of mockery and disbelief, with locals claiming the likeness of the Queen is, at best, questionable. Some have even compared her to a famous fictional character, leaving royal fans dismayed and the artist defending his vision. The unveiling of a bronze sculpture in Antrim Castle Gardens, Northern Ireland, was meant to honor the late Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away on September 8, 2022, and her husband, Prince Philip. Created by Belfast artist Anto Brennan, the sculpture also features two of the Queen's corgis, symbolizing her lifelong love for the breed. While the intentions behind the monument were noble, public reaction has been anything but regal. From quips about the Queen's likeness resembling Mrs. Doubtfire to calls for the statue to be melted down and redone, the sculpture has triggered a storm of criticism that has overshadowed its emotional and historical significance. The controversy began the moment the statue was unveiled. Locals and royal enthusiasts, eager to see a fitting tribute to one of the most beloved monarchs in British history, were left disappointed. Comments immediately flooded social media, expressing dismay at the depiction of the Queen, with one bluntly stating, "Whoever signed that off needs their eyes tested." Another local remarked, "The prince and dogs look nice, but the figure of the Queen? There's something not right." The backlash was swift and relentless, prompting the council to disable comments on their official Facebook post after a flood of mocking remarks. One of the most biting critiques came from a Facebook user who compared the Queen's likeness in the statue to Robin Williams' character Mrs. Doubtfire from the beloved 1993 comedy film. Others chimed in, with one commenting, "At least the dogs look good," and another joking that the council should ask Temu for your money back, referencing the popular discounted online retailer. The figure meant to be the Queen became a lightning rod for criticism, with many calling it an insult to her memory and deeming the statue unworthy of her legacy. "It's definitely not the tribute she deserved," lamented one commenter, while another blasted the art piece as absolutely beyond dreadful. However, not everyone was quick to condemn the artist's work. A handful of people came to Anto Brennan's defense, pointing out the significant amount of time, effort, and creativity that went into crafting the sculpture. "Such a shame people can only find fault in these," one defender wrote. "Think about the time and effort this guy has put into making them." Yet, even among the supportive voices, there was a consensus that the likeness of Queen Elizabeth fell short of expectations. The statue, which features Queen Elizabeth in a dignified pose alongside Prince Philip and two of her corgis, was designed to capture the couple's legacy of service and their bond, both to each other and to the British public. The artist, known for his work creating chess sets featuring prominent Northern Irish political figures, faced the challenge of sculpting two of the most recognizable faces in modern history. The proposal for the sculpture of Queen Elizabeth was made in January 2023, adding her likeness to the existing statue of Prince Philip already on display in Antrim Castle Gardens. Despite the public uproar, the unveiling event was attended by prominent local figures, including the Deputy Mayor of Antrim and Newtown Abbey, Paul Dunlop, and the Mayor, Neil Kelly. While Dunlop acknowledged that art is subjective and down to personal taste, Kelly described the sculpture as a beautiful statue meant to honor the Queen's grace and lifelong dedication to public service. But as photos of the sculpture were posted online, the public's reactions made it clear that they did not share the same admiration. Some critics were even more direct, calling for the statues to be removed entirely. "Both need to be removed and melted down," demanded one commenter, describing the tribute as offensive. While there was praise for the likeness of Prince Philip, many agreed that the representation of Queen Elizabeth was not the fitting memorial she deserved after her historic 70-year reign. "It's a shocking sculpture of our late Queen," another dismayed local stated. Despite the furor, the event's dignitaries maintained their stance on the importance of the sculpture's symbolism. Lord Lieutenant of County Antrim, Mr. David McCorkle KSTJ, expressed his honor at being present for the unveiling. Reflecting on Queen Elizabeth's reign, McCorkle emphasized the Queen's lifelong dedication to duty and service, and how the statue alongside Prince Philip symbolized their enduring bond. "It reminds us of the bond between her and her consort," McCorkle said, adding that it would ensure her legacy as the longest reigning monarch is remembered for generations to come. While the bronze sculpture of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip was intended to be a heartfelt tribute to the monarch and her legacy, it has instead become a point of public contention. The outcry over the Queen's likeness may overshadow the artist's original vision, but it also highlights the immense expectations that come with immortalizing such beloved public figures. As the debate continues, one thing remains clear: the Queen's memory still evokes strong emotions, and any tribute to her must meet the high standards set by her extraordinary life and reign. Whether the sculpture will be reworked or left as is, it will certainly remain a talking point for both locals and royal fans alike.